Obviously United in the last sort of 10, 15, 20 years, it's not had that much investment. Many people have said, why is he taking that job in Plymouth, 6 hours away?
And then lost 4-0 first game.
And lost 4-0 first game. Being a coach in football is very, very difficult. It doesn't fit with me to be sort of someone who says that I'm the very best.
On October 18, football legend Gary Neville visited Chandigarh for United We Play program, initiative by Apollo Tyres with support of Manchester United. Throughout the year, over 15,000 kids participated, making another step forward for grassroots football in India. Known as one of the greatest right backs in football, Neville's career boasts of 8 Premier League titles, 2 UEFA Champions League titles, and of course 99 treble with Manchester United. He dedicated almost 20 years and 602 appearances to the club and also earned 85 caps for the England. In the event finales, 5 young footballers stood out, and including 3 from India and others from Nepal and Thailand were selected to visit Old Trafford in upcoming days. Neville's day was packed. He started with the off-roading, then playing some cricket with Mr. Piyush Chawla, selecting the final winners, and then of course I got this exclusive opportunity for one-on-one interview with him. This was Gary Neville's only one-on-one in India, where I got to ask him about Manchester United, redevelopment of Old Trafford, and much more. You guys already must have seen different quotes by Neville in Indian media, which are very regular stuff regarding Manchester United, England, Indian cricket, and Indian football. But I think as a Manchester United fan, I didn't want to go this opportunity to the waste. So I asked some questions which are very close to the Manchester United fans. Do watch it, enjoy, and let me know how do you like this interview.
Basically, you have been working very closely with Manchester United now, officially, and can you tell us about how these new owners are different from previous, and what is your current role with the club now?
Well, they've only just come in the last few months, so I think it's something that obviously they need time. I think on the football side, it'll take a good few years to be able to see the impact of obviously the changes that are going to be made, but at least there are changes being made now, and there is a football department in place that have got a good track record. And so let's hope that changes things. Off the pitch, obviously, I'm part of the task force for the regeneration of the stadium, and that's really exciting. That's where I feel most excited, because the idea of Old Trafford being the best stadium in the world is something that means a lot to me. I feel very passionate about that.
And I think you touch upon the last week overlap also, but where you stand, do you on the side, you want Old Trafford to be rebuilt, or you want a new stadium on the other side? How do you, as a fan and as a player, stand on that topic?
Yeah, I genuinely don't mind, as long as the outcome is that Manchester United have the biggest and best stadium in the world when it comes to club football. That's what I want. I want there to be that stadium that everybody goes, wow. And Old Trafford still now is incredible. The Old Trafford that we're playing in at the moment. But obviously United in the last sort of 10, 15, 20 years, it's not had that much investment. So I think for me, whether it's a refurbished Old Trafford, which is similar to what they've done at the Bernabeu, or whether it's a brand new stadium, which is what Tottenham have done, then I honestly don't care, as long as the outcome is that it's the very best, and I'm sure that will be the case.
And this is my personal question, which I really want to ask, that you often downplay your own achievement as a footballer. Why you do so? There are many United fans who want to know about this, because you're one of the greatest career as a footballer, playing for your childhood club for so many years, winning so many Premier Leagues, and you said you are of course one of the best right backs.
Yeah.
So why you do so? Is it just because you want to be humble, or?
I don't know. I mean, I think that I was very lucky to play alongside great players. I don't want to overplay my achievements. I know that what I am proud of, if people said to me that, to play at Manchester United for 20 years was a great achievement, I don't downplay that, because people might say, okay, but you played there because you were successful. But, you have to maintain a standard. Sir Alex Ferguson doesn't sort of suffer fools. And to play at that level for 20 years, took a lot of hard work and effort, and that's why I am proud of. But when it comes to my ability and what I achieved, I was also supported by the most incredible coaches, managers, staff, and players. And I was a very small part of it. So I think the idea that I did play a lot of games for United, but I think that it doesn't fit with me to be sort of someone who says that I'm the very best right back or very best whatever it may be. You know what I mean? I don't think of myself as being one of the best pundits or one of the best analysts. I don't think like that. It's not my mentality. My mentality think about doing my very best, trying as hard as I can, preparing as best I can, and at that then I think I will do my best, and my best is all I can do.
Recently Rooney was with you in the overlap, and he was telling that what he's doing different as a coach, and he was also saying that you didn't do much coaching. So do you think Wayne Rooney on a long term he can be one day, be the manager at Old Trafford?
What Wayne's got is the persistence, and sometimes you need that as a young coach, because
Keep on
obviously,
trying.
his last job didn't go as well as he wanted to, and didn't do as well for Birmingham. But the persistence and the actual ability to bounce back. And what I do really admire is the fact that he took this job down in Plymouth, when many people will have said, why is he taking that job? In Plymouth, 6 hours away.
And then lost 4-0 first game.
And lost 4-0 first game, so you're thinking, wow, so he's got big, a lot of resilience, he's got a big work ethic, he's got a big heart and courage. And you need that, I think, to be a manager. I've got no doubts, being a coach in football is very, very difficult. And it's one of the hardest things to do in sport. So for me, I take my hat off to him. So he's got all those qualities that could help him.
And how did the idea of overlap came to your mind? Of course, you was doing Sky podcast with Martin Taylor before now. But how the overlap idea came in your mind?
It was just me wanting to basically have conversations with people about football, and everything was moving towards short form content. Everything's got to be ready for TikTok in 10 seconds, 8 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds. And I know there's a place for that, but I felt like there was a place for people who are passionate about football, just having conversations with each other and sport. I just decided I was going to do it. It's really easy. I mean, what I'm saying to you is anybody can set up a YouTube page and then just go and find someone to speak to, and you set it up. And that's what I did. I set it up. I was passionate about going speaking to people about football and having a conversation with them, making them feel relaxed. It was more for me to go and do something different in a broadcast sense, because I wasn't getting that anywhere else. And obviously it's evolved and grown, and in the end now it's probably one of the things I love the most doing.
So you are now ex-player, father, club owner,
Back.
club owner, now doing hotel.
Yeah.
How's one day in your life, and how do you manage your time now?
Do you know something? Like with football, I have really great people around me. I don't run the hotels. I don't run the real estate or the overlap. There are people who do that for me every single day and do that with us. And I really, appreciate people who I work with. But for me, I do, compartmentalise my week into different things, and I know my calendar like 3 or 4 weeks in advance, maybe longer. Ultimately, what I do is I get my Sky games, which obviously are a Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday or a Sunday. And then I'll build the rest of my week around, say, for instance, I know all my stick to footballs for the rest of the season. I know all my It's Called Soccers for the rest of the season. I know all my sort of, if you like, real sort of like regimental sort of structured things. And I build everything else in around that to make sure that I sort of give the teams the support that they need from me and any help I can give them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.